Celebrities appear more accessible than they are in the age of social media and the 24-hour news cycle. However, even before the internet, some obsessive fans went too far with their fandom. Famous actors, musicians, and athletes, for example, are all at risk of being targeted by a random act of violence perpetrated by someone they don't even know. Devotion can quickly and easily become dangerous, and for the most part, it does. Hello and welcome to xCellento. In today's video, we'll tell you about the celebrities who were murdered by their own fans. We'll see how these maniacs managed to do that. Number 1. John Lennon. On December 8, 1980, 40-year-old Beatles legend and rock icon John Lennon was shot 5 times in the back outside his Manhattan apartment building by former Beatles fan Mark David Chapman, who eerily predicted his own death. Why? We still have no idea. According to The Independent, Chapman has given many contradictory reasons for killing Lennon, including a desire for fame and his spiritual beliefs. Chapman stated in 2010 that he had a hit list that included Elizabeth Taylor, Paul McCartney, and late-night legend Johnny Carson, but that he chose Lennon out of convenience. He also railed against John Lennon's hit Imagine, which he claimed turned him into a communist and hypocrite. Chapman was sentenced to 20 years to life in prison a year after the murder and was denied parole for the 11th time in 2020. Ironically, Chapman's desire for fame was cited as one of the reasons for his parole denial in 2018, with the board stating that if he were released, someone may attempt or succeed in harming you out of anger and/or revenge, or for the same reason that you did John Lennon, to assume notoriety. Number 2. Rebecca Schaeffer. Despite the fact that the sitcom My Sister Sam only lasted 2 years, Rebecca Schaeffer was the show's breakout star and was on her way to becoming Hollywood's next big thing. On July 18, 1989, the 21-year-old was shot and killed in the doorway of her Hollywood home by an obsessed fan named Robert John Bardo, who had been following her for 3 years. Bardo continued to write her letters, but his obsession took a dark turn when he hired a private investigator to use the California Department of Motor Vehicles to track down her home address. Schaeffer was preparing for an audition for a role in The Godfather Roman III and had expected the script to be delivered to her door, but instead was met by Bardo. He returned a second time, this time armed with a .357 handgun. Bardo revealed during a jailhouse interview that Schaeffer's final words were, "What is the reason for this?" Why? The following year, Bardo was sentenced to life in prison. The Driver's Protection Act was passed in response to the senseless and brutal killing, making it illegal to obtain or release personal information from a California resident's TMV records. Pam Dauber, Schaeffer's My Sister Sam co-star, told ABC News in 2019 that she still feels guilty about the incident. Everyone, including myself, was devastated. For at least 2 years, I thought about Rebecca every day, she stated. Number 3. Gianni Versace. Gianni Versace, the legendary fashion mogul, was walking back to his Miami mansion from a coffee run on July 15, 1997, when he was shot twice in the back of the head by spree killer Andrew Cunanan. He was 50 years old at the time. Cunanan, 27, claimed to have met the fashion icon in 1990 and boasted that the two were friends, according to Vanity Fair. Versace's family denied the allegations, and police were unable to determine why Versace was being pursued. According to CNN, Miami Beach Police Chief Richard Burrito said at the time, "I don't know if we'll ever know the answers." Cunanan's cross-country murder spree ended with the name behind the iconic fashion brand as the final victim. Cunanan's cross-country murder spree claimed the lives of 5 men, including the name behind the iconic fashion brand. Cunanan's body was discovered on Miami houseboat 6 days after Versace's murder, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The Ryan Murphy produced The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story, premiered in 2018, to the displeasure of Versace's family. The Versace family has neither authorized nor had any involvement in the upcoming TV series about Mr. Gianni Versace's death, according to their statement. because Versace did not author the book on which it is partly based, nor did it contribute to the screenplay's writing. This TV series should only be regarded as a work of fiction. Number 4. Christina Grimmie. Christina Grimmie's career indicated that she was on the verge of becoming a superstar at the age of 22. Grimmie was poised to take the music industry by storm after finishing third on The Voice and releasing 2 studio albums on June 10, 2016. All of that promise was shattered when obsessed fan Kevin Loibl fatally shot her 4 times during a meet and greet after a concert in Orlando. A witness said Grimmie opened her arms to her killer, waiting to greet him with a hug. Her brother then leapt across the merchandise booth to confront Loibl, but he was able to flee and then kill himself almost instantly. His friend described him as a loner with an unrealistic infatuation. With this singer, 27-year-old Loibl spent most of his waking hours watching Christina on YouTube, as well as constantly monitoring her social media accounts, and even went to great lengths to change his appearance with rapid weight loss, LASIK teeth whitening, and hair implants in order to be more appealing to his obsession. Grimmie's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the venue 6 months after her death due to lax security that failed to detect Loibl's 2 handguns. According to Orlando's Fox 35, the lawsuit was dropped 3 years later with no explanation given. Number 5. Dimebag Darrell. Legendary Pandora guitarist Dimebag Darrell was performing with his new band, Damage Plan, in a Columbus, Ohio nightclub on December 8, 2004. During the band's first song, tragedy struck when a fan named Nathan Gale stormed the stage, shouting, "You broke up Pandora." The rock god was then shot in the head. Darrell was only 38 years old when he died. Before being shot and killed by a police officer, Gale shot and killed a bouncer and 2 concertgoers, as well as taking a hostage. Jeremy Bray, a former friend of Gale's, told the Columbus Dispatch that the killer would try to pass Pandora lyrics off as his own. He claimed the songs were his, that Pandora had stolen them, and that he was going to sue them. Gale idolized Pandora's lead singer, according to a friend who told the New York Daily News that the band's breakup pushed the 25-year-old over the edge. He was a die-hard Pandora fan, he said. After several vandalism attempts, a protective fence was erected around Darrell's grave in 2010. Pandora drummer Vinnie Paul told Artisan News, "It's just a really disrespectful thing. I'm not sure why someone would want to scratch their name on a tombstone or anything. But fans are ferocious. Man, they go to extremes. I just wish they would show some respect for him and let him rest in peace." Number 6. Selena Quintanilla-Pérez. With the release of her first English-language album, Dreaming of You, in 1995, Latina singer Selena Quintanilla-Pérez, known around the world as simply Selena, was poised to cross over into pop superstardom. Regrettably, she would not live to see its enormous success. Selena was lured to a Days Inn motel in Corpus Christi, Texas, on March 31, 1995, where she was shot and killed by Yolanda Saldivar, the president of her fan club. She was only 23 years old at the time. So which story stunned you the most? Tell us in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notification of our new videos. You can also watch our other videos suggested just for you. See you in the next video.